Hi, I'm Danielle Towner. I am owner of DreamWork Creatives and I am co-creator of the Mompreneur Manual book, group, and group coaching. And today I am addressing another common issue that mom entrepreneurs have, and that is feeling a lack of support. Now, we're running two different entities as moms. We're running our family life, our household, making sure that's in order, which, sometimes is very much like running a business. And we're also, dealing with our other baby, which is our business, which is this thing, this concept, this idea, this gift that we've created and we're developing and growing and nurturing and making sure every day that it survives and thrives. Everybody needs support as a business owner or just in life in general, but running these two different households and these two different entities, moms need a unique level of support. What it seems like is a lot of them have not been receiving it or are feeling like they haven't. So I wanted to talk about my experience with that and what I've been, hearing and gathering from other moms, and then give some suggestions on how to handle that and how to keep moving forward so that your business is successful, so that you are showing up as your best self, and so that you are giving your best to your family and your self-care time. One thing that I wanted to tell you is that I've had seasons where I felt like I've had support, but then there were other seasons on this journey where I felt like I didn't feel feel as supported as I needed or as I expected to. And like everyone's situation is different. Your family household size is different. Your support system is different. You may have a small like external family. You may be an only child or may not have any siblings. Or you may have a large family where different people are in different stages of their life and they can pitch in. You may be living near your family, or you may be, you may have moved away. You may not be living in your hometown, or your family may not be in the same city. So everybody's situation is different, and that's one thing that we have to take into account with our expectations and also with, the tips that we give. So I try to take all of that into consideration, and, you need to think about that too. Like for me, in my situation, my family is working class. So a lot of them work 9-to-5 jobs. So during the times that I may be working on my business, or I may have been trying to work on my business, they may not be available to pitch in a way that I expect them to. I also have a very small list of people that I would rely on to be hands-on with my child. So if that's the level of support that you're looking at, you need to consider what like your expectations are and how you deal with who you allow around your child and how you allow them to handle it. I'm very like micro management style. I'm very hands-on. I'm very involved, whether my son is with me or whether he's with his other parent or grandparents. That, like I said, that small list of people, I'm very hands-on, and you need to think about that and consider that when you're thinking about how you can be supported. So let's get into these 7 ways that you can handle feeling lack of support, because the objective is to focus on not focus on what you don't have, but focus on how to handle and be grateful for what you do have, right? So let's talk about that. So the first thing I would suggest is that you be clear on what support really means, because a lot of people feel like if you're not purchasing from me, if not booking my service, or if you're not bringing me clients, then you're not supporting my business. They focus on the money part of it, and not everything that support includes money. Not everybody needs your services. Not everybody wants your services. That's why there's a thing called, a target market or a target audience. That's the whole purpose of it, because and you don't want to service everybody. Not every client or customer is a good fit for you. But when you're dealing with family or your circle or wherever you're expecting your support to come from, think about that too. Not everything has to be money. And let's talk about some of those different levels of support that don't, may or may not include money. So think about like words of encouragement or affirmations. Are there people around you that are feeding that into you? people who are praying for you and for your endeavors, for your journey, people who are spreading the word, who are, giving word of mouth, because word of mouth is powerful for a business. People who are sharing your social media posts or sharing things about your business or tagging you on social media. That's one of my sister, like, she's really good at that. And some of the people she knows, like her circle, they are really good at tagging me when people are looking for services. They're really good at speaking my name in rooms that I'm not even in and that I know nothing about. And she's really good at sharing my social media posts and just encouraging me and asking me how things are going. And I'm sure she prays for me too. So that's a form of support. And also, like, celebrating your wins with you. Do you have somebody who's celebrating your wins when you do win, or checking on you to see how things are going? Helping out with the kids to give you a break, and pitching in with the work. Do you have somebody who is doing that, or asking, do you need that help in any kind of way, giving input, giving you, if you're asking their opinion about a product that you're putting out? Do you have somebody who's saying, I think this looks better than that, or I would choose this one, not that one? Do you have support by somebody contributing supplies to help you to create your products or your services, or to be comfortable in your work environment? And then, of course, the financial part of that is investing or making a purchase. So those are different levels of support that you need to think about in identifying, like, what support for a business really means. Second, you would want to identify the type of support that means the most to you right now. Like, what do you need the most right now? Because you can't, like, focus on everything at all. If you're focusing on everything, then of course you're going to say, oh, nobody is supporting me. But what do you need the most right now? And once you identify out of those things, is it more important for me to get support, to have more time to work on my business? Is the financial part of it more important? Is the words of encouragement and prayer and affirmations more important? Like, which part of your life is lacking right now, and which part of support means the most to you? Then you're going to actually, doing the work part of it to get what you need, or to get that support. Because you can't just sit around and close your mouth and not do anything and then expect people to magically support you. Some people have that. Some people are blessed with that. But if you're not, then you have to do your part. That's number 3, sorry. Make sure that people understand what you do. Because I know when I first started, and a lot of people still don't even know what I do. And they're in my family, they may be my friends, because I didn't make this big announcement. And I mean, that can be helpful. If you do, that can be helpful in your marketing and spreading the word and getting that support on all levels, financial or not. Some people like me are, like, afraid of, they just want to talk about me. They just want to laugh at me when I fall on my face. But you have to shift your mindset with that. And you also have to not worry about that. Yes, that may be a part of it. Yes, there are some people out there who don't want to see you win, but you have to focus on the ones who do. And so in making, and even if they're talking negatively about you, they talking about your business. So make sure that they understand what you do. So have you told them about what you do, and can you explain it to them in a form that's simple enough that when they talk to somebody else about it, they can, they can make sure that they understand what you do, so that they know how you can help them and how you can help others. Number 4 would be, don't be afraid or too proud to ask for what you need. So that could be asking for the sale. That could be asking, hey, can you come over and hang out with my son for a minute while I finish this up? Because, he wants to play. Can you hang out with him until I can play? That could be saying, hey, pray for me. I got this, I got this big deal on the line. Pray for me, pray for my mindset, pray for my performance, pray with me on that. Or, just saying, hey, I could use your feedback on this. Do you have a few minutes to talk about this or to look at this? Ask for what you need. You may not always get a yes, or you may not always get a right now yes, but ask and keep it in mind. And then next, number 5, You need to follow up. Remind and follow up. People have, just think about how many things you have going on and how much you do in a day, and how many directions you're pulled into, and how many phone calls distract you in a day. So people have a million and one things going on, and then they have a lot on their mind. This is a time of a lot, a season of a lot. And so you have to put yourself in their shoes. Like, are they going to remember, like, are you on their mind constantly? Are they going to remember everything that you have going on? Are you more important than their children and their families? No, you're not. So you have to remind them. They may have the best intentions to help you and support you in the way that you've asked them, but they may have just forgotten. So remind them, follow up. Hey, just checking to see if you've gotten around to this, if you're still interested, if you still want to be a part of this, if you still can. However you need to do that. I want to tell you a little story about when I was crowdfunding. So as I'm teaching some of the moms who are trying to raise money for their business, in crowdfunding, it's not just you put this out here and then you ask for money and that's it. You have to treat it as a marketing campaign, just like you would with a product, with a service, and with any other form of your business, and building brand awareness and building awareness around your mission. Online and offline, that means reaching out to people, that means making calls, that means paying visits if you have to. But just because you do it one time, just like in marketing, how it's a rule of 7, that it takes at least 7 times for people to see your offer before they respond to it, it's no different. Just because you put it out there one time and you ask about it one time, whether they gave you a yes or whether they gave you a no or a not right now. If it's a not right now, make sure you're following up. So I had to do that. I had to, me being kind of uncomfortable and not wanting to be salesy, I had to follow up if I wanted to get what I needed and raise the funds that I needed to keep this business going and continue helping other people. I had to follow up and say, hey, just checking back with you. You said check with you this day, or just checking back with you. You said a little, you could do it later. So you have to do that. It is your responsibility to follow up for whatever kind of support you need, whether it's financial or not. And then this leads to number 6. Like, don't just be in the business of taking. This is a give and take relationship, business, life, every part of it, motherhood, every part of it is give and take. And you need to be supportive to others. That's number 6. Be supportive, be genuinely supportive of them. If it's not genuine, don't do it. Find something else that you care about. Find some people you care about that you know, like, and trust, and be supportive of them. Reciprocate people who support you, and support other people, and they will reciprocate you, or they will feel compelled to if they are genuine, not non-crappy people who have grown to know, like, and trust you. So it's just all about, like, sowing those good seeds. And that's something that Pastor Michael Todd has been talking about in his newest series, Crazier Faith. He's been talking about, that process of seed, time, work, harvest. I think I got it in the right order. But the point is that you sow good seeds. You don't just show up and take or show up and receive. You sow good seeds and you reap the harvest. And, it's a cycle. It's a cycle of reciprocating on your part and other people's part. So be supportive to others. And number 7, join a support group. You may not have the support that you need directly in your life, but there are many support groups out there. I suggest as a mompreneur that you join a support group for moms or for mompreneurs, because they understand what you're going through. They can give you advice that applies to what you're going through, and it's something, you're meeting people and networking with people outside of your normal environment. So that's going to help you to grow and flourish even more. And it's going to help you with that asking, with that getting feedback, with that those affirmations, those prayers, those celebrating those wins, and the reciprocation of supporting others and allowing them to support you. So if you are looking for a group that is for mompreneurs. I'm reminding you of that we have the Mompreneur Manual closed Facebook group, and I'll post a link for that in the comments. But this group is amazing for helping women to network and collaborate, for showing accountability, helping you brainstorm and get feedback for your ideas. If you are looking to start or grow or get started, there are weekly business trainings on mindset, self-care, balance, marketing, finance, all areas of starting and growing your business. And we have a lot of fun too. We celebrate each other's wins, we network together, and we just laugh and cry and get through the journey of being a mom and a business owner, and balancing all these things at the same time with caring for ourselves too. So we would love to have you. We love for you to join. And like I said, that link will be in the bio if you would like to do so. But let's do a quick recap and then I'll let you go. I'm not going to hold you long. So number one is to be clear on what support really means. Number two is to identify the type of support that means the most to you right now. Number three is make sure people understand what you do. Number four is don't be afraid or too proud to ask for what you need. Number five is remind and follow up. Number six is be supportive to others, reciprocate. And number seven is join a support group, preferably one for moms or mompreneurs. So, I love feedback. So, what I want you to do, drop your feedback below, whether it's good or bad. I take it and I apply it. So, I love feedback. Let me know if this was helpful, if it sucked, what I need to do better in the future. And if you thought it was helpful, and or if you just like me, if you just like coming to show up and see my face, then subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be one of the first to know the next time I drop a how-to, a business tutorial, any type of video. And I hope you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time.